Hey guys. So I know it's been a while since I last made a video. By now it has been, let me just check real quick over here. 9 months? Yeah, it's been long enough. I could make an entire video about where I've been, what I've been doing, or why I didn't make any new content. But I don't think most of you care, honestly. Nor do I think I need to explain. I disappeared suddenly, yes, but it's not the end of the world. Sorry to those of you who like my content. It had to wait 3/4 of a year for me to return, but I think I've got something better today than just a video about my personal struggles and where I've been. Instead, this video is about about Pokemon's newest installment, Pokémon Legends Z-A. Announced back in February, this game came out of left field for most of us. After all these years, Pokemon Z was resurrected in the most surprising way possible. But amidst all the hype for a new game, which seemed to center around Zygarde and brings back Mega Evolution after so long, I quickly realized that there was something up, and I wasn't the only one. The game's title reveals a quite big thing about the game itself. The game isn't only about Zygarde. Something else is sharing the spotlight. What this something else is unknown. We have no information about the game aside from it taking place in Lumio City, Mega Evolution returning in some capacity, and Zygarde being one of the main focuses of the game. That's all we know for sure. Not even the starters or even a hint to their identity have been revealed. Now, this is just a quick side note. There have been rumors of a Pokemon Presents coming up soon, so perhaps in a few days we will get some news about this, but right now, at this moment, we don't have any information yet. Yet I think that, in a way, I know what the A in the title of the game stands for. I've known for months now, actually, yet only very recently have others started catching on. You see, I think the A in the title stands for a new legendary, and I know what this legendary will be. To understand, I need to take you back to Gen 6 of Pokemon. X and Y came out with three main legendaries, and three legendaries overall, actually. There were no other actual regular legendaries in the game that were from Kalos themselves. These legendaries were quickly noticed to have a connection between them. They are all inhabitants of Yggdrasil, the Tree of Life from Norse mythology. To explain, Yggdrasil houses a plethora of things, among which the nine realms as well as some animals. Among these animals are five stags, which Xerneas represents while also literally being Yggdrasil. I mean, it's a tree. It's obvious. At the top of the tree lives a huge bird of an unknown species. It's commonly referred to as an eagle, but besides that, it also has other species it's referred as. It's not clear, but it is a bird, which is obviously what a Veltal is based on. Then at the bottom of the tree lives a snake, or a dragon-like snake, or a snake-like dragon. Whatever this thing is. This is what Zygarde's 50% form is based on. The bird and the snake-like dragon, dragon-like snake, dragon, snake, have a lifelong rivalry. They constantly throw insults at each other, while the snake dragon tries to gnaw away the roots of the tree, which will one day make it fall over. The bird, of course, doesn't like that since it lives at the top of the tree, so the two creatures hate each other. However, these two beings live quite far away from each other, so far away that it is impossible to hear each other's insults without a messenger. Luckily, this messenger exists in the form of the mythological creature Ratatoskr. Behold this magnificent squirrel! Ratatoskr, the creature that brings the insults from one of the other inhabitants of Yggdrasil. This is the last inhabitant of Yggdrasil that has yet to be represented by a legendary, and now that we're getting a new Kalos game, we can assume that this creature will appear in some way. But then, how does this Pokemon become so important that it represents the A in the title of the games? And who's to say that Ratatoskr is appearing as a Pokemon at all? We have no confirmation of anything. That is where the theme of the Pokemon itself comes in. We all know Xerneas stands for life, and Yveltal stands for death. Zygarde stands for the balance between those two, the order between them, really. However, order itself also has an opposite: chaos. And which mythological creature is quite the embodiment for this? Ratatoskr. Although I couldn't find any sources that officially mentioned why Ratatoskr kept relaying the insults from one creature to the other, it is my understanding and belief that Ratatoskr did it to cause chaos. By making the bird and snake dragon angry at each other, they would never reconcile, which would mean that the snake dragon would make Yggdrasil fall, and when Yggdrasil would fall, Ragnarok would ensue. The ultimate form of chaos indirectly caused by a squirrel, relaying insults between two godlike creatures in a tree as large as all of reality. On top of that, Ratatoskr gnaws at Yggdrasil itself. This is its source of food, but it also causes the tree to deteriorate further. Ratatoskr has very little things known about it, but one thing is for sure, it itself helps the destruction of Yggdrasil. This is why I think Ratatoskr's implementation as the A that the title references is inevitable. This creature would make the perfect fourth addition to the trio of life. Xerneas for life, Yveltal for death, Zygarde for the order between those two, and now this Ratatoskr-based Pokemon for the chaos between the two. Life and death aren't always at balance. Actually, quite the opposite. This is also what I think will cause the main story of the game. From various sources, we can see how Zygarde goes ballistic when life and death fall out of order. This has been shown to usually be caused by humans, which is quite interesting when we look at the objective of Pokémon Legends Z-A, reshaping Lumio City to be more dynamic with wild Pokemon. You'd think this would be something that Zygarde would applaud, but I feel that this won't be the case. Just like with Orange and Dialga and Palkia in Legends Arceus, this game probably will feature a false antagonist, and then the actual antagonist that caused the main story follows after it in the post-game. Zygarde makes the perfect false antagonist. In the climax of the story, Zygarde would try to destroy Lumiose, but our heroic protagonists stop it, and Zygarde leaves the city alone. But why did Zygarde attack? Because of our particular threat Ratatoskr. This tiny Pokemon may just play the exact same role Volo played in Legends Arceus. As the true antagonist, this Pokemon would hide right under our noses as the enemy until after the main game, revealing themselves to be the cause of Zygarde's anger in the post-game. By giving Zygarde and potentially the inhabitants of Lumiose false information to cause a conflict over a misunderstanding, Zygarde will be told the expansion of Lumiose is costing the ecosystem, while the Lumiosians, Lumosians, Lumiose, I won't be able to pronounce that, are told Zygarde is a danger and nothing else. This causes conflict, but the player character is always solves this conflict. We save Lumiose and prevent Zygarde, who helps us take care of the true threat, Ratatoskr, who may even try to abuse the ultimate weapon from X and Y, but that last bit may be best left for another day. What do you guys think? Could this theory be anything close to true, or do you think the A in the title stands for something else, like the ultimate weapon? Let me know in the comments. That's all I have to say for today already. Thank you so much for watching again. This was Yellow TNT, signing out with a bang, and this time, not for 9 months.